So, we're here today in the heart of Kuala Lumpur for the Friendship Express. But, what really is the Friendship Express today? I'd like to ask you all a simple question, okay? How many of you think this is the first pony convention in the world? Obviously not, right? BronyCon was the first, and they're still running, pretty much the longest running in the world. But how many of you think this is the first pony convention in Asia? Good. You guys have done your research. How many of you think this is the first pony convention in Southeast Asia? Nope, that's correct as well. It's not even the first convention in Asia. In Malaysia. This is the second iteration of the Friendship Express. But how far have we come? How far has the Friendship Express really come? The answer might shock you. The Friendship Express is chapter 12. It is the 12th pony convention in Southeast Asia. How many of you don't believe this? 12 pony conventions in this part of the world among 50 other conventions worldwide. Behind me on this screen, you'll see the icons that represent what came before the Friendship Express 2016. It started in the Philippines in 2012 with PHPonyCon. And for 2 consecutive years, they were the only pony convention in Asia, in this part of the world. Singapore joined in with Canterlot University, with the Cloudsdale Splash, and then Thailand joined in with ThaiPonyCon. Finally, Malaysia joined in with the Friendship Express. So today, as we come to the end of the Friendship Express, I'm here to talk to you about what's next. What is chapter 13? Some of you would have already heard by now, or would have seen it on my shirt or at the booth at the back there. It's called Project SEAPonyCon, and it is happening in Bangkok, Thailand next year. We've done a lot of talk about where it is. Okay, it's in Bangkok, but where exactly in Bangkok? Let me share it with you. We've chosen a place called the Prince Viwat Hall, located in the Thai Summit Tower. And here are some pictures of it. It's a beautiful venue. It was the venue of ThaiPonyCon 2016. It's huge, yet it's comfortable. It's massive, yet it's cozy, and it's awesome. But at the same time, it's intimate enough to enjoy company of one another without feeling like a sardine can or feeling like you're 10 miles apart from each other. So how does Project SEAPonyCon work? Let's talk a bit about it. What is Project SEAPonyCon? When people ask each other, or you go around the internet, hey, what's this SEAPonyCon thing? People might say, hey, is that convention for Southeast Asia? Is that convention in Southeast Asia? Let me add something to that. Project SEAPonyCon is not just a convention in Southeast Asia, it's not just a convention for Southeast Asia, it is a convention by Southeast Asia. Because it aims to be a curated distillation of the best that Southeast Asia has to offer. It is also put together by a team of leaders, people who have run conventions, meetups, ran their local groups, activities, and projects in their own individual communities all across Southeast Asia. But despite having so many conventions here, despite having 12 pony conventions so far, it's sad to say not a single pony convention has exceeded 500 attendees, except one, and that is ThaiPonyCon. Hence, that is why we chose Bangkok to host Project SEAPonyCon. Because we believe in strength in numbers. We believe if we put all our heads together, these conventions like the Friendship Express, the Philippine PonyCon, those that have around 100 to about 150 to 200 attendees, all of us come together in one place. We'll have something substantial. We'll have something bigger. We'll have something that is on a completely new level of the scale that's never been experienced before in this part of the world. And lastly, we want this to be an alternative pony convention. People in the US, we over here, we think about BronyCon, we think about TrotCon, we think about Everfree Northwest as, oh, I want to go to that con, I want to experience the fandom in America, I want to experience that part of the Brony fandom. Project SEAPonyCon aims to turn this around and say, hey, I want, have someone in the US or UK or Australia or somewhere say, hey, I want to experience the fandom in that part of the world. What is going on in Asia? I want to know what's happening in Asia. And Project SEAPonyCon is going to be the convention they can attend to find that out. So when we talk about, a convention by Southeast Asia, I want to go a bit into detail how we do that. And to do that, we look at the agenda of the event. In creating an agenda for an event, it is one of the most challenging parts of running a pony convention. Reason being, you only have so many hours. A convention will be over in under 24 hours of planning time, 12 hours a day. All you have is 24 short hours. One panel per hour, you can have 24 panels, but you got other things as well. So, in order to do this, we looked at how conventions in the region manage their time, and we combed through 5 major conventions in Southeast Asia. But these aren't the 5 most successful, these aren't the 5 biggest, these aren't the 5 most happy, most crazy conventions or anything. No, these are the 5 most unique conventions we looked at. And we dug through their entire timetable. We dug through everything that happened at these cons. And we wanted to find out what made them unique. So we picked out the very things on their agendas that made them unique, and we compiled that into a list. Now this list formed our starting point. But it's far from complete because not everything that happens in the pony fandom happens in a convention. But they can have a place in a convention. That's why we looked beyond the convention scene at projects outside such as Crystal Empire Records and the MBS show, which they had a panel here just now. These projects have things they can bring to the convention scene. And it wouldn't be right to have a Southeast Asian Pony Convention without these things because these are projects born in Southeast Asia. We also looked at some things to do like SEAPonyCon Originals. What can we create to not just make Project SEAPonyCon a melting pot, but a unique melting pot? We gathered a couple of things, we added them to the list as well. But this list, we still weren't happy with this list. There were still things missing from it. Project SEAPonyCon wants to try to bring a bigger convention experience to Southeast Asia. So in July, a bunch of us from the team took the biggest study trip of our lives to Baltimore, Maryland to attend BronyCon. And we looked across that side of the world and we did the opposite thing. We looked at what made all these cons the same. What was at all these conventions? What was the convention thing about them? We added them to the list. Things like opening ceremony, things like VIP interviews, everything we could find that makes your hair stand and say, oh my God, I'm there. That's the kind of feeling we wanted. Now, music is also a huge part of this fandom. It's huge. You can't deny the place that music has in this fandom. That's why we'll be bringing 2 concerts to Project SEAPonyCon as well from this region. Friendship X from the Friendship Express 2015 and Thunderstorm from the Cloudsdale Splash. Both of these small, minuscule concerts, they were friendly, they were in a very small, cozy environment. We're going to redesign them to fit the bill for a Southeast Asian Pony Convention. So ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking at here is Agenda Alpha of Project SEAPonyCon. But I'll be very honest lah. I know what you all are thinking, what's in your head right now. All of you at your booths at the back there, I know what you're thinking. You've probably gone back to work and all this because the only thing on your mind is, this sucks, right? Can't go, right? How many of you think like this? Be honest lah, come on. There got one already, there got another one. Cause sucks, right? It's in Bangkok, isn't it? Oh, what to do. All right, let's change the subject for a moment. I'll take a break from my presentation. So let's say tomorrow morning you wake up, you go check your mailbox in the front. Suddenly, there's a plane ticket to go to Baltimore in the mailbox. Ooh. And then you check the date. 13 to 14 August. It's going to be BronyCon 2017. Guess what? You got a plane ticket to Baltimore and you can, just ngam the BronyCon weekend. I want to ask how many of you will go? Will go to BronyCon if you had that ticket, Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So many of you will go for BronyCon if you had that ticket. Ha, yes. Now, I don't mean to pop your bubble. The moment you get to BronyCon, they're not going to just let you in like that, just because you're a Brony. Heck, I'm a Brony, I still have to pay to go in. You're going to need to get a ticket. Now, I know some of you here may have been very keen about going to BronyCon, and have been very gung-ho, you all probably done your research. So, I'm willing to give up my room key at the Hilton Baltimore. This key was assigned to room 714 of the Hilton Baltimore on BronyCon weekend this year. Yes, it is a BronyCon themed room key. The Hilton actually changes their room keys to this. To whoever can tell me the price in US dollars, whoever went for BronyCon this year can answer. The price in US dollars for a 3-day access basic ticket to BronyCon this year. Come on up. The price in US dollars for a basic 3-day ticket to BronyCon. 70 is correct. Yes, 70 is correct. Congratulations, bro. But you can try to enter my hotel room. I don't know if I've left any rubbish in there. But he had it off the top of his head. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are people who do their research into this. So 70 bucks, as you can see, is almost 300 ringgit. So all of you who raised your hands earlier, you're willing to pay 300 ringgit at least already, But let's not talk about BronyCon just yet. You want to go US? Oh, you got God Emperor Trump there waiting to stop you. So you need to get what's called a US visa. This is a document stuck to your passport that allows you into the US. So, if Trump hasn't banned you yet, you can apply for this. So you have to wake up at 5:30 a.m., drive or take a bus or walk to KL, stand in the rain in front of the US Embassy, go in for your interview. About 5-6 hours only, you'll be done. Oh, and did I add, it costs $160 US per application. This is if you fail, you pay this again until you get it, or you give up lah. So all of you who said yes, you will take that and take the plane ticket and go to BronyCon, if your plane ticket is completely paid for, you're still willing to put 970 ringgit on the table to go. This is how much you all were willing to put down already, to go to BronyCon. And this doesn't include, your food, your drinks. It assumes you don't shower, you sleep at the convention center, you touch down your plane, reach the airport, you walk all the way to the BronyCon convention center, then you walk back to the airport after the event, and you don't eat, on top of that. So what we did is we looked at this $230 and we thought, okay, if you are going to BronyCon, might as well go and get an autograph from a VA. Autograph from a VA costs $20, by the way. At BronyCon, it's not free. You can't just go up to the VA, hey, autograph my things. No, not that simple. So if you get an autograph, $20, let's round it up to $250. The challenge that Project SEAPonyCon took upon itself is, can we fit a whole convention in that? Can we make a Brony convention dream come true within that $250, which is about 1,100 ringgit. And people, yes, we did it. This was a savings chart we uploaded a few weeks ago in August. So it would say that you would need to save at least 90 ringgit a month from August this year in order to be able to afford the trip and have 100 ringgit spending money left. We've taken everything into consideration. Paperwork, except for a passport, passport's on your own. Your hotel, your food, your airfare, admission to the convention, everything was taken into consideration. So you also notice that on our list right now, we've cited the airfare as 420 ringgit. If anyone is giggling at this number, don't pretend that you don't know why. The flight that we listed here is just one of many flights that could have this price. Right now, AirAsia is having a sale. You can score this flight for less than 300 if you book now. That's 120 ringgit saving. That's a whole month of savings. More than 1 month's worth of savings. But, people ask us, what can we do? What can we do to lower our, entry? Because, trying to make the whole thing fit within the budget of 1,100 was a big challenge. And it looks like we can't really do much. We don't own a hotel. we don't own a restaurant, we don't own an airline. I go Bangkok, I also don't have car. So what to do? We could deal with the admission. The admission to this convention is the one thing that we could change. It was within our control. It says 160 ringgit there. But guys, let me take you through a little journey. At BronyCon 2016 this year, during our panel where we first announced Project SEAPonyCon to the world, we made a promise, a very firm promise, that no matter what happens, Project SEAPonyCon's fees, basic entry for 2 days, will not cost more than $50 US. This was a promise we made. And as we were revising the prices for August, we lowered that number to $40. Because we want to try to bring this price and this barrier to entry down as far as we can. And last month at PHPonyCon, we renewed that promise to $30. The price of a ticket to Project SEAPonyCon for 3 days will not exceed $30, will not exceed 130 ringgit. Yes, I know this is a far-fetched, it's almost 200% the cost of attending the Friendship Express. But Project SEAPonyCon is aiming to be a convention on a much larger scale. We don't mean anything against the Friendship Express. I also was helping out this convention. Sorry? That's what we're trying to aim for. An Asian BronyCon in a sense, yes. So coming back to the list of things that we are doing, we have a lot of things lined up that we want to do, and this is far from final. We're going to be revising this again and again and again until we come to a much smaller, much more concise list of things. But we also saw one thing that made these events very unique, and that was VIP interviews. VIP interviews, you know, especially with the people who are involved with the show, the people working on the show, you know, it kind of brought this connection between the fans and the producers. And so as we just spoke to Michelle Krieber earlier, that was the moment that we really admired. Earlier this year, PHPonyCon spoke to M.A. Larson. He's a really fun guy. You know, he shared with us a lot of his moments, a lot of things that he did on the show, you know, working on the writing team, working, you know, with the show staff and all. In December last year, Canterbury University spoke to Andrea Lippman, the voice of Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy. And a few months before that, the Friendship Express 2015 was the first convention in Southeast Asia to speak to a VA on Skype. And that was none other than Vincent Tong, the voice of Flash Sentry. If you don't know who that is, please watch Equestria Girls. But we realize it's, you know, there's only so much you can do through the lens of a camera, you know. There's only so much you can actually get through a projector screen. You thought you can shout, you want to take a group photo like that, also there's only so much you can do. So Project SEAPonyCon needs to step up. We need to step up our game. And how are we going to do that? We put together our efforts. And ladies and gentlemen, we announced last month that we are going to be the first pony convention in Asia to have a voice actress attending in person. Miss Andrea Lippman will be at Project SEAPonyCon 2017. So Project SEAPonyCon isn't just going to be big, it's going to be making history in pony conventions around the world. It is Andrea's first visit to Asia. So, yes, we shall make her feel welcome. So coming to Project SEAPonyCon is something that we also want to help out with. We're trying our best to, you know, look out for cheaper flights, for affordable accommodation, things that we can do to help out with your journey. Because we want you to be there. We want the numbers from the Friendship Express to contribute towards the numbers at Project SEAPonyCon. Because Project SEAPonyCon is a trailblazer. It is the most funded My Little Pony Friendship is Magic related crowdfunding campaign in Southeast Asia to date. As I mentioned earlier, we are the first Asian pony convention to have a VA attending in person. And also, we tried a few other things, like the most freebies given away at a BronyCon panel, but unfortunately, they can't give us confirmation, so we chucked that. But the Project SEAPonyCon team is the team that wakes up every morning after everything we do. And before we engage on a new project, we ask ourselves, what's next? With that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to open up the floor to questions. Anybody have anything you'd like to ask about Project SEAPonyCon? Let her rip. Well, as I showed earlier, the graph there, with all 12, we're standing on the edge. We're pretty much on the last one. Yeah, so, the conventions here, some of them, especially, involving Canterbury University this year, PHPonyCon as well. These conventions are not, a part of Project SEAPonyCon, but they are connected in some way. We have some, involvement and, some stake in them somehow. So they were like the build-up events to Project SEAPonyCon. Hate to break it to you, but conventions aren't really money-making businesses. No, but I mean, it's a bit of perverted logic to have something that drains funds try to raise funds. Because conventions are, the conventions are a lot of expenditure. But we have fundraising projects in the plans and in works. So, I mean, if conventions could make money, it'll be my full-time job. But thanks for the suggestion. Appreciate it. Any more before I move on? Yeah, we got one there. That will be decided soon because, we have our priorities as to what we want to have going on. If, we need to get all our convention things ready first. Live streaming involves more equipment, internet, and certain things. So if we can afford it, maybe, but no promises. Anything else? Donations and tickets. Donations we will be opening up soon, but then again, we are trying to be able to give back as well. So, we will have ticket sales starting in January. And for donations, you're more than welcome to donate to our booth at the back. But as for an online donation link, not just yet. Tickets will be on sale from January. Yes, indeed, we invite you to join us at Project SEAPonyCon. It is going to be a big experience. And to make it big, we're going to need to be big, okay? So in particular, the kind of people we need are official convention artists. If you can draw, you love to draw, we have 5 amazing mascots. Rosa Blossomheart is one of them. These mascots don't belong to Project SEAPonyCon. Yes, Chiwa at the back did some drawing for us. She did the drawing of the 5 of them on my shirt here. The 5 mascots of Project SEAPonyCon, I should just take a little moment to explain them. They come from each country that is involved in the planning of the convention. So there's Indonesty from Indonesia, there is Pearl Shine from the Philippines, Rosa from Malaysia, Temi from Singapore, not Temi from Undertale, Temi from Singapore, and there's Kwan Kao from Thailand as well. So if you want to help out with art, we would more than just welcome you all to help out because, the more art we have, the more colorful the convention becomes. We're also looking out for community liaisons. If you come from beyond Kuala Lumpur, from smaller communities, perhaps in Penang, in Kedah, in Johor, in other states, especially in East Malaysia, we're looking for community liaisons. If you can help to get communities running, get meetups, and have events in your parts of your, the world or the country that you're in, we would love that because we want to get people excited about Project SEAPonyCon, and the way that we intend to do this is to get people, more active in their own individual communities. We haven't opened our registrations for this yet, but yes, we will need event staff next year, people to help us run around, help us manage the crowd, help us manage the event as well. Don't worry, we will arrange, for some sort of compensation for this. We can't afford to pay monetarily. All these roles, by the way, are on a volunteer basis. The website that I'm designing looks like crap, so if you can help out with that, that would be great. We need web designers as well. If you speak another language, we are hoping to be able to get Project SEAPonyCon accessible to those who speak another language as well. 我可以讲华语，但是不太厉害。So how do you get in touch with us? You can email us at contact@seaponycon.com. But let's be frank, how many of you use email? Exactly, nobody uses email, so just reach us on fb.com/seaponycon, drop us a message there, or if you know how to use this thing, go ahead and use it. If you want to contribute to art, right now we have a bit of a dormant group on DeviantArt, but log on and be a part of this group. It is projectseaponycon.deviantart.com. If you are a musician and you want in, drop us a line, Crystal Empire Records at melismatic.org. That is a big mouthful, it's really long, and once again, nobody uses email, so just reach us on Facebook instead, at fb.com/Crystal Empire Records. Once again, that is our messenger code. So, I hope you guys had a great convention here in Kuala Lumpur. It has been amazing seeing so many people here. If you want to reach out to Project SEAPonyCon, you can do so by looking up SEAPonyCon on Facebook, Tumblr, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Discord, YouTube, Bilibili, DeviantArt, and Dailymotion. If you want to reach us on Discord, our Discord server is discord.seaponycon.com. We made it easy to access this link lah. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daniel Anthony. I believe a place for friendship shouldn't be for just one nation, and I'll see everyone in Bangkok.